Welcome, True Crime Family. It is JENN-Psychic Jen, your independent psychic investigator. I will be sharing with you some information I received today while meditating regarding the Summer Wells case out of Rogersville, Tennessee. And this has to do with the infamous Jodi Sue Brown from Ben Hill Holler, if you will. Okay. Now, I smell bullshit on a lot of what she's been telling all alone. I don't think she's being truthful. She does have personal interest in putting her story out there and what she supposedly knows. You guys know this is for entertainment purposes only. All persons mentioned are presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. So there's our disclaimer. Let's get that out the way. But if something smells like poop, then guess what, guys? It's probably poop. Okay? Just saying. So yeah, regarding Jodi Sue Brown and the dogs hitting on her shoe, what's that all about? Okay, do we just disregard that, or is law enforcement still keeping that as possible evidence, something to take a look at? So I used several decks today, and I'm just going to show you guys what I got. So let's get started. This is the Backyard Birds deck. First out is Ten of Pentacles, guys. Ten of Pentacles is someone... talks about a lot of wealth typically being passed down through inheritance, through the family. We know that she's talked a lot about the land there and her grandfather, etc. So I do believe this was her point of interest to this case. Okay, you have the Eight of Swords. This talks about her being tied, an unseverable tie. Things that are done will not let her go from this situation. Therefore, she feels like she has to deal with it or clean up the mess. Her best interest, personal interests are at stake here. As she sees it, the stakes are high for her. She sees that she has the world in her hands, or at least the town of Rogersville, if you will. And she's going to do anything she has to protect that. Okay. So you got Five of Pentacles in reverse. This talks about making errors, missed opportunity, and causing her to have a loss in finance, that kind of thing. So we also have the Five of Wands. People are not cooperating with her plan. She feels she has to force them for things to align in her world. Okay, the Eight of Wands, things speeding up, things happening quickly. Maybe more fires than she could put out at one time, if you will. The Three of Cups in reverse talks about overindulgence of pleasurable activities or things of the world. I do feel she was all about money and worldly things over everything. The Nine of Swords tells us extreme worry. She's losing sleep over the situation. She may feel like she's losing control. And you have the Knight of Pentacles. In reverse, talks about finishing what she started. Original goals, maybe to monopolize on the whole hill or holler or mountain, whatever they call it out there. So yeah, we have the Ten of Wands, talks about finishing what she started. We have the Three of Pentacles. She's a master craftsman at what she does at her craft. Generally, people look up to her. They think she has everything. It appears to be, but she's not getting these things in the light. Know that all things done in the dark will come to light, and she has things to hide, skeletons in her closet. And the last card was the Fool in reverse, and she's basically saying that she's a fool for thinking that she's going to clean up this mess, and that what's been done that's wrong won't be righted in the eyes of the Lord, the one who sits most high, and therefore makes her the fool. Okay, so this is what Jodi Sue's interest is in the case. It originated to do with the land, money, wealth, abundance. She's a greedy person, and she'll do whatever she has to keep these things. And she's done whatever she had to get them, okay? That's Jodi Sue. So Jodi Sue, why were the dogs alerting on your shoe? What did you do? What did you do to aid in your master plan? So I'll show you guys a couple other decks I pull cards from for this read. And I'll show you what I got with those, and you'll see where I'm going with this. You'll see what Spirit's saying and trying to point out to us, okay? So, here we go. Also, just wanted to mention, too, before we get to the other cards, you guys know I've worked several other cases, and I will take on new cases. If you guys have something you'd like me to look into, please get at me, and I will do my best to see what I can discern from Spirit. And, alright, guys, so let's see what the Wild Archetypes has to say. Alright, so from the Wild Archetypes regarding Jodi Sue Brown. Oh, Jodi Sue, what is that you had on your shoe? What is that made the dogs hit on your shoe when they came to your holler? I don't know. Something stinks like BS to me. I don't believe her. I think she doesn't even tell half truths. I think she tells maybe a third, if that's it. So let me show you guys the cards we got. The Destroyer, the Underworld, the Flame, the Father. She's selling Dawn drugs. Eros, the Crone, the Threshold, the Feet. Look at the feet. Oh my gosh. The King, Siren. Maybe that was the Scream. Thanos, the Mystic. Yes, a lot of psychics on this case. The One. Maybe she's ultimately the reason why this happened. The Kiss. The Sword. Dead End. The Unseen. So maybe this should all point back to Jodi Sue. And she didn't want to lose her land. She didn't want to lose land she got from her grandfather. The one she was getting the tattoo for. It's so important to her. She didn't want people to look or think bad of her or family. But what's done in the dark will come to light, guys. That's a fact. Okay? So, let me know what you guys think. Feel free to comment, like, share, and subscribe. And let's get justice for Summer Wells and all the others out there who've lost their voice. Let's be a voice for the voiceless. Light and love. Namaste, guys. Alright, guys, so from the deck of many things, we're doing a look at Jodi Sue. I'm going to show you guys all the cards I get for her. I'm also going to use one more deck. I'm going to use the Wild Unknown Archetypes to see what they can tell us about Jodi Sue and what she's about. So I get the Void, Idiot. Assuming this is also the Fool, but there is also a Fool card. And he's got his hands over his eyes. So I think that's choosing to only see what they want to see and not seeing the whole picture. Or telling the whole truth even. And Skull that talks about death. So she's got a death in her wake. That's what I see. So the deck of many things, that's what we have. I also pulled two cards from the Imperial Dragon Oracle to see what her dragon card would be. I asked for one card, I got two. The cards were the Hanged Man and Gaia in reverse. Let me show you those cards, guys. Hang on. So we have Gaia in reverse, means things being unbalanced, and the Wounded Dragon. And the lack of balance in her priorities and things she cares about life. And the Wounded Dragon refers to the Hanged Man. She is hung and stuck in this situation. And if anyone knows Jodi Sue's birthday, let's check her horoscope and see if that corresponds to what we're getting. I think she's ruled by Neptune.